everyone, welcome to Story Time with the Princess. Today we're not going to actually be reading a story, but we'll be looking at my journal all about the hidden world of fairies. My journal. My name is Wendy and this is my private book, which Peter Pan gave to me to write my thoughts in. It was a pretty sweet thing of him, though I suspect his motive had less to do with being nice and more to do with me keeping me quiet. I have always believed in fairies, but I had never known one until I came to Neverland with Peter Pan. Pretty little fairy named Tinkerbell was Peter's best friend. Ever since I came here, I have had so many questions about fairies. Peter says that when a baby laughs for the first time, the laugh turns into a fairy. I wonder, what happens to all those little fairies? Could it be that there are more than one of them here in Neverland? I would love for Tinkerbell to be my friend too, but I don't think she likes me very much. Once, she pinched me when Peter wasn't looking. The other day, I was picking flowers in the forest when I came across a tiny house. It was no bigger than a melon, but every detail was perfect, down to the tiny door. When I asked Peter what it was, he told me it was where a fairy sleeps when she's not at home. Home, I asked. At first I thought Peter meant his hideout, but then I found out that fairies like Tinkerbell had their own home, a secret place called Pixie Hollow, where all the fairies in Neverland live. Imagine a whole world full of fairies. Oh, how I wish I could see it. I wish! I begged and begged, but Tinkerbell refused to take me to Pixie Hollow. Still, I'm certain I'll find the place. I've been making a list of all the things I know about fairies. I will have some clues to help me find their secret realm. Fairies smell of cinnamon, sound like little bells when they laugh, glow lemon yellow edged with gold, and use pixie dust to fly. Oh, how wonderful Peter has drawn me a little map to Pixie Hollow, so I can find the fairies. And then there's Peter's little map of Neverland, with Pixie Hollow marked off. There we go. Okay. And then I was able to find it. I followed the map Peter drew and I found myself in the middle of the forest. I turned this way and that, and all I could see were leaves. I was sure I was lost and would never find my way back, when suddenly I heard a little jingle. It was Tinkerbell laughing. She had followed me. Then she parted the leaves, and what I saw took my breath away. And this, hopefully you can see it. This is Pixie Hollow. And there's lots of different kinds of fairies who live there, like the Tinker Talent fairies. At the centre of Pixie Hollow is an enormous maple tree. Tinkerbell told me that each of the fairies has a room there. I asked Tink to show me her room, but she said no. Nonetheless, I peeked inside her workshop when she wasn't looking. It was made from a real tea kettle. It turns out that Tink is a Tinker Talent fairy. She fixes pots and pans and other things in Pixie Hollow. No wonder she's got such a strong pinch. Tinkerbell is the best Tinker Talent in Pixie Hollow. Not only can she fix anything, she's quite an inventor. See, these are all things that she invented. Every fairy in Pixie Hollow has a different kind of magic. It's what they do best. They call this particular kind of magic their talent. So these are some other Tinker Talent fairies. Boy fairies are called Sparrowmen. I met two other Tinker Talents named Clank and Bubble. Tinker fairies are particularly proud of their work and like to sign it with their own talent mark. They burn it right into the metal of any pot or pen that they repair. And here are some of the different marks that I saw. So that's Tinkerbell's and Clank and Bubble. And then this is someone named Fairy Mary's. And then these are the Animal Talent fairies. I was walking under a tree one day when I spotted a young bird flapping its wings hesitantly. At first I didn't even notice the fairy flying with it. Her name was Beck. I watched her for quite a while and realized she was teaching the little bird how to fly. Funny, I always thought that's what mama birds did. So some animal fairies are bee charmers. Beck's outfit was made entirely of leaves and bark. She blended into the surrounding bushes perfectly, just like a forest creature. Animal talents have an amazing skill. They can speak to any animal language, whether it's frog or squirrel or pixie or bird. If I were an animal talent fairy, I could tell the rabbits to stay off of Mother's back garden at home. Isn't this odd? Someone has left a trace of pixie dust on my notebook. I wonder who it could have been. Now, Beck's friend Fond gave me this little dictionary of animal languages. I've been practicing, so the next time I see the animal talent, I want to impress them. So there's all different kinds of languages that the animals speak and what the different phrases mean. How wonderful is that? Animal tracks. So these are all different animal tracks. If you want to find an animal talent fairy, it's easiest to first find an animal and look to see if the fairy is with it. I've made a chart of all the animal tracks I've seen. When I told Peter Pan the famous fable about the mouse who pulled the thorn from a lion's paw, he laughed. He said I must have heard it wrong and learned it from grown-ups. Only a grown-up would mistake a fairy for a mouse. Then he told me the real version, an animal talent, had helped the lion. I had no idea. And these are the garden talent fairies. One of the first times I visited Pixie Hollow, I was sitting under a tree when out of the corner of my eye I saw a butterfly flitting around a flower. Only it wasn't a butterfly, it was a fairy. As I watched, she sprinkled a flower with pixie dust. As if by magic, the bloom opened. I found out that garden talent fairy was named Lily. She told me that when the winter is over, it's the fairies who bring spring and all its colours. From now on, whenever I see a flower, I will know it was the fairy who made it bloom. And then these are all different flower languages. This means leave me alone. This means that it's a lovely day. This one's sad, and this one means help. And garden talent fairies know all of that. Lily took me to her garden. She grew some of the most unusual plants I had ever seen. You'd never find these back at home in England. So this is tiger grass, and oops-a-daisies, shrinking violets, the fruit from the ever tree, and this is chameleons, which can change the colour like chameleons, the animal. And Lily left behind her little flower petal hat, and so I pressed it in my book. So that's all we're going to learn today. Hopefully you can come back and learn more about fairies soon. Bye!